and gentlemen, it's the Heaps On Podcast.
Uh-oh.
Man,
Woo!
it never stops. The same start. Sick.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 22 of the Heaps On Podcast. You've got me,
Send the
Tav,
boys down, give them a fucking good hide.
him, Ra,
Me.
and him,
Ben.
talking a lot of shit.
The weather's getting hotter, and so are the topics and the spiciness of our takes on them.
Yeah, it's getting real hot, especially in this
It's getting
in
loud
this
too.
shed, yeah.
Speaking of loud, Coldplay were pretty loud over the last week, weren't they?
Too loud. Yeah, fuck, they were way too loud. I live just a couple blocks away,
You do.
and I'm sick of it.
Lucky.
I'm bloody over it.
I work 1.5 kilometres away and I could still hear them one night.
Yeah, I mean, just wrap it up, would you? Do you really need 3 nights?
We're
to
back
do?
on the whinge sesh, Fano.
Yeah, we're back on the
Join
whinge
us.
sesh.
Last week it was fireworks. This week it's Coldplay's too loud. We don't like loud noises around here at the Heaps On Podcast.
We've already heard all those songs on the bloody radio.
Okay, on a positive note though, which song did you hear and you went, okay, I'm humming along now?
Oh, you know that Paradise one when they're like, Paradise.
Yeah, I forget that's them because
Yeah.
there was kind of like a resurgence of their music later on, eh?
I heard they wrote that like pre-COVID, back when the buffet restaurant was still popping off.
I started. All I could think about is, I just think when I think Chris Martin, I think about Goop, basically.
Yeah.
I think about Gwyneth Paltrow's business selling vagina-scented candles.
Oh,
and whatnot.
yeah, I forgot about
Isn't that what her business did?
Things that you put up your pussy that steam it out or
Whoa!
something. I don't know.
Jesus
Ben's already
Christ.
fucking blowing up.
Sorry for the use of the word pussy on the show. That's been a
Yeah.
first. I don't think we've done that for a while or
5
ever.
minutes
so-
into
Well, I was
this
going to say
fucking thing.
clacker, but I thought that was derogatory.
Clacker's a good one.
But so yeah, and she's also someone who obviously this isn't Coldplay related, but she's someone who is big into health buzz things. And,
She
and
likes to make money off selling you bullshit, which
Yeah.
we'll address later on Scam Chat.
someone told me recently that her most recent one is like, don't sleep. Sleep's bullshit.
Sleeps for the
Yeah.
for the unfit and the fat.
Yeah.
Fat people sleep.
If you want to get skinny, just stay up all the time. But yeah, Coldplay.
Yeah,
glad they're gone. Are they finished now?
Well, so that's the thing. I thought the fucking fireworks were over.
Yeah.
And then end of their show, they do about 3 huge fucking booms.
Oh, poor Tav.
And I couldn't get my cats inside fast enough.
Oh man.
Come on home, Blue.
Oh,
come on home,
Blue.
But yeah, also the traffic's all fucked. Yeah. Anyway,
You know, it'll be even
I'm
worse
over it.
though, is if like for the next few weekends, other people are just playing Coldplay really loudly, at night when we're trying to sleep. That'd be worse than the fireworks for
It
me.
would.
Hell yeah.
Oh, speaking of the traffic, Tav had a big complaint about the Hikoi earlier in the week that it delayed his run home by about 5 or 10 minutes.
Didn't see you at the Hikoi, did I?
I was there.
Were you?
Well, as you guys know,
In spirit.
as you guys know, I had surgery on my knee when I was 15, 16. The doctor said to me, he's like, you shouldn't do any endurance stuff, any long distance stuff. So that's why I wasn't there.
But yeah, the Hikoi was awesome, and we really told David Seymour, get fucked, mate.
Shove it up your
Shove it up your
ass,
ass.
David.
And we're not going to give Ben the opportunity to lay his politics out today, but
Yeah.
But we're just going to say Hikoi on, Hikoi hard. and-
Hikoi hard. I want more Hikoi.
Yeah, I had a mate try to stop on the bridge 3 days too late, and someone said, "Get back in your fucking car, cunt. This is not the day." And he was like, "Shit, whoops." But yeah, good on.
A lot of beautiful photos from the top of that harbour bridge that day. That's what
Absolutely.
I'll say.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was
Yeah.
It was a good photo op. Let's be real.
Totally.
I have been photoshopping myself into the Hikoi, and I offer those services to other people who couldn't make it because
Totally.
they couldn't get out of bloody work.
No, yeah, we couldn't get out of work. Strapped ourselves to the beast too hard. But
Good on you. Go, you good things. Hikoi harder, I say.
the Hikoi continues. The Hikoi goes on, and we're right there in spirit, trying to get some of that mana going.
Get that mana fucking cracking. Speaking of mana, this morning it was a mana fueled fucking breakfast ceremony.
It was
The All Blacks taking on France in France.
under the big lights. 2 big spotlights, in fact.
How many Kiwi dudes do you reckon this morning were 3 coffees deep by the halfway through the second half and were just fighting the urge to get up and just unleash?
Well, you just told me you didn't fight that urge.
Yeah,
I waited to come around to your place and take it.
I didn't really, the game, it seemed like I was in a lull patch of the game. I thought, now's my chance.
Yeah, 60 minutes in. The last 20 is pretty important, Ben. I'm surprised you waited to wait till that's where the game's decided.
Let me tell you, if I hadn't gone then and I'd waited to the last 10, I would have shat my pants on the couch.
Fair enough. But hey, it got off to a rip-roaring start. Cody and Rico this week leading the Haka.
Yeah.
And I did like the touch, they're showmen, the French, and I like the touch of dimming the lights, a spotlight on the French, a spotlight on the Haka. It really added to the drama for me. Enjoyed the heck out of that.
Yeah, no, it was great. And shout out to them. Shout out to the French. It was a good game.
It was.
One thing that I popped out straight away to me.
Go on.
Was the white jerseys.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I think typically when I see those jerseys, I think trouble.
No, a lot of people do.
Because we don't have a good record when playing in that kit.
No.
And it showed this morning after we lost a very close game. I mean,
30 to 29.
Could have gone either
was it
way.
29 to 28 or 30 to 29?
I don't know.
30
to 29.
1 point in it, not much.
1 point in it.
But yeah, the white jersey is cursed. We should never play in that kit again.
No, we shouldn't.
Throw it to the curb.
That's 3 straight losses to France. They've all been at Stade de France, I think. But yeah, we don't go well when we have to wear their away strip against those bastards. And they just know how to kind of play a similar style of footy to us. They like scoring tries and they like pouncing on opportunities. Like that one in the second half when the ball hit the deck, and then fucking 2 seconds later they're in for a try.
Yeah, it's some pace on him.
That guy's fast, eh? Yeah, super fast.
And
but
watching Dupont play, it's like he's really, really good at misleading you. Like he looks like he's a bit frazzled, doesn't quite know what to do, but the whole time he knows what he's going to do, and he kind of gives you like the hypnotism almost, watch, I'm lost, bang, and then he like kicks it for going for a 50-22 or something.
Or he just sidesteps and runs himself. He's great.
He's fucking awesome.
But hey, speaking of the halfback position, Cam Roygaard had an absolute stonker against him.
Oh, that was lovely.
That try that he scored,
that was insane.
It was like a little tap. He tapped the offload as soon as it came out the dude's hands. Gregory Aldrit, no slug himself, the French number 8.
He was looking pretty shamed after
he
that.
would have been.
He was mad shamed.
He was mad shamed, yo. And it was just beautiful to see him perform against Dupont. Obviously, it's a comparative kind of
son of a bitch
situation at 9. And he held his own. He was having a stonker. A lot of people I've seen in the comments on Facebook, where I go to do a lot of my research, are saying, why'd you take him off? He was having a blinder. They obviously had a strategy, but
I don't know.
Maybe he got a little bit tired.
Ben, that's a good, fair observation.
He was yawning on the field at one point.
Oh, jeez.
And Ray's was like, nah, give him a break. Come on, he's sleepy.
Well, not a lot of people talk about the jet lag, but I'm not going to either.
Right. Okay, good. Yeah, we won't talk about it because it has been 3 or 4 weeks they've been away, so that's probably not an excuse.
They have to fly between each of those countries, and it's not. They don't say time zone lag, do they? They say jet lag.
I think it looks cute.
Whoa.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose that is true. There's a slight time difference between England and France. But Artie also set up a brilliant try in the first half. Scored by Peter Lakai, first test try. Had to come on in the first minute or 2 because Simon Penny Finau got injured and had a very strong game himself.
Yeah, he did. That was it was insane by Artie.
Artie just went full Artie.
That left side was just looking hot because there was a try where it was almost an intercept.
Yeah.
And then it got out for whatever reason. Artie was on the wing.
Yeah.
Oh no, was it? Caleb. It was Caleb got it.
No, Artie got it first, made a little break. Then they had like 3 rucks down there, went back to the left.
Right.
Caleb set up Artie.
And then Artie set up
Lakai.
Yeah, that was good.
And Caleb is just like, he's hard to handle like for anybody.
Oh yeah, no, he's the perfect winger.
Yeah, he was
he's so hard to put out.
Yeah,
he's a good man. Roygaard's try obviously amazing. Did we have a third try? We did, eh?
I
think we scored like maybe 4 or 5 penalty kicks in the second half.
Yeah,
there's a lot of penalties.
I can't remember if we scored a third try now. My mind's gone blank, and I've had a bit of a rough weekend, Whānau. I'm on a 2-day hangover. I had a bit of a blowout on Friday night. Anyway, one complaint I have to make is that neck roll call on Ofatonga Fasi in the second half.
Not a neck roll.
Total bullshit. Someone just he was slumped over his back, and then the guy who blew out just pushed him over into that area, and then the ref's like, oh, that was a neck roll. And this is put forward by the TMO.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. If the ref made that mistake, I'd be like, oh, fair enough. But this is some cunt sitting up there watching
10 replays, yeah.
watching it 10 times and still calling it a neck roll.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't a neck roll.
That was bullshit.
Total bullshit. Did they get a yellow card? No, they didn't.
There were no
cards, which was quite nice.
No cards was good.
Yeah, no cards
Kudos
was good.
to you, Mr. TMO. But yeah.
The Negro was bullshit.
Oh my God, Tav. Where's this come from? Can I get a little breakdown on what's going on here with that thing?
Yeah, of course, I'd love to. So this week, last week it was my missus and I's anniversary.
Cool.
And so I bought her a lovely Gucci belt.
sorry,
Spontaneously,
big flex.
she didn't see it coming. And then
you hadn't been asking for it or anything?
And then she said to me, no, she did.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah. I'm not going to fucking buy something like that without permission.
Yeah.
And then she said to me, well, I didn't get you anything. Is there anything you want? And I said,
I want an auto-tune pedal.
so she,
Jesus
so
Christ.
she went out.
Why don't I get a say in this? I would prefer that you didn't get the auto-tune pedal.
I'm like the production manager here.
I want auto-tune pedal too.
Ben's got some auto-tune buttons.
Does he?
There.
What about me? Can I get one?
Not as refined.
Go on.
Or
Do something to my voice. Oh, that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
Welcome to the Heaps On Podcast.
okay, we've digressed here, but hey, the All Blacks, you can't win them all. That's basically the takeaway. And will they, bit of a blowout probably in France tonight. Next week.
Speaking of takeaways and blowouts, huge weekend on the pizza for me.
Really?
Beautiful.
Which,
I was wondering what
places?
you'd been
Oh,
eating.
some disgusting one that didn't even have a name. They put weird
Name and
sauce on
shame.
everything.
Name and shame.
I can't even remember it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd have to check my
Jesus.
Uber Eats.
It was a McCain frozen that Ben had
Jesus.
forgot was in the freezer.
I was so hungover on Saturday, I ordered 2 meals from the same place and just had them over about sort of 4 hours. It was
Nice.
Was it Macca's?
No, it was a place called Solera in
Shout out to Solera.
in Newmarket. Delicious Malaysian food.
That's ages away from your house.
I know. I demanded they come and deliver it to me.
Beautiful. Yeah, baby. I'm glad you guys are all fed up because I'm fed up with your bullshit.
Nice.
Hey.
And other. Sorry. And let's looking ahead to Italy quickly. Just staying on the rugby for a moment.
Yes.
We're obviously demanding. Peter Lacko was great. We were all kind of wondering who they'd pick when Sam Cane was injured. I wonder, will they give Sam Cane a swan song this week, or will they bring in a guy like Duplessis Creefy against Italy, perhaps?
Yeah. I mean, can they? Does international rugby or the All Blacks, do they have a stand-down rule like the NRL, or it's just kind of a doctor's recommendation?
I thought it was 2 weeks maybe as well.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
So that could, we were saying earlier this week that could have been Sam Cane's last ever game in the black jersey.
It could have been, yeah. If he gets another crack, I won't be mad at it at all. But
what do
he
you
has
mean
played
black
100
jersey?
White jersey is saying, hey, Ben, classic. It would have been a white jersey test if he played. It might drop. Yeah, but
Is it time for your turning point, Tay-Tay?
All right, everybody shut up.
Technical on it.
It was technical, yeah.
It's time for the motherfucking league, you bastards.
Oh, okay.
All right, so obviously NRL isn't on at the moment, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. But the NRL have released their round one fixtures for 2025, including the games that will be played in Vegas.
Uh-oh.
So currently we've got us playing the Raiders on the 2nd of March.
What, in Vegas?
In Vegas,
yep.
followed by the Panthers playing the Sharks.
Who gives a fuck about that? Oh, you mean in Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know. It is in Vegas, eh?
Oh, I mean, you're telling the story, mate. I thought you fucking set this all up.
Well, it says Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, that's Allegiant. Yeah.
That's Vegas.
Any of the games on the 2nd of March are in Vegas.
Right.
I
So
think.
that's the two
games there, and then
that'll
they'll
be played in Vegas.
Cool.
And then the other games are all Stadium TBC. So you know.
Oh, okay.
You don't know. They might be Mount Smart. Hey, Roosters
Yeah.
versus Broncos. Bring the game over here.
What about that? That little bullshit piece of news that came out about
The kickoff.
the kickoff.
Yeah, right. So basically, I don't know if it's on the back of the NFL changing the kickoff rules.
Yeah.
So the NFL essentially changed their kickoff rules as of this year because NFL is bullshit. And
Yeah.
most
That's
of
true.
the kickoffs, they just go out of bounds, and then the teams just you have no choice, but you just take it from the 30-yard line.
Yes.
But the NFL wanted some more excitement, and so they basically brought in a new rule that said, if it has to land in this zone, then you have to run it straight, cunt. And then the NRL said, like, oh yeah, that's cool. We're going to do the opposite, and we're gonna,
Real men ride women.
We're going to make the kickoffs less exciting.
Because somebody was getting tackled.
Somebody was getting tackled. I don't know if it's off the back of like there was a couple of games late in the season in the final series where there was a game where like Lindsay Collins got like KO'd like off the first hit against that the Storm. I think.
There was Nelson killed someone in the first.
Yeah,
Got up, played the
that's
ball
right.
backwards
That's
and all
right.
that
Yeah,
shit.
that was-
I mean
Nelson
that's
killed him. And then-
happens every round. Somebody
Remember
gets knocked out, really.
the Manly game where they had Jake Trbojevic get like KO'd in the first hit? I
think so,
And
yeah.
then a hit immediately after that, another Manly player got KO'd.
I mean, we're making arguments for why it would be a good idea right now to change the kickoff rule.
Any hit up can be like that.
No,
right?
it can't. No, they're definitely not done with the same force as a
come
guy
on.
running from halfway.
Yeah.
Like full speed to one guy running from the dead ball line. That's like a 80-meter run up. Like they're not slowing down.
See,
10 meters with fatigue as well. The opening kickoff is fucking gnarly. Like I don't know. I kind of can hear both sides.
See,
If we want
here's
player
the
safety.
thing,
It's
though.
kinda,
Me and Tav are picturing ourselves in that. And personally,
That's a huge bitch.
after 10 meters, I'm at full pace. After 20, I've slowed back down right back.
Yeah,
After
I'm
80,
walking.
I'm
I'm
fucking
walking
crawling.
again.
at
So
that guy.
just another opportunity for you guys to maybe step out of your own shoes and look at this from a different perspective of supreme athletes trying to do this.
Yeah, someone
probably
with
killing each
much
other
better cardio.
as we see, or just power, speed, strength, all of that.
Beauty.
I reckon it should almost be like bull rush, and
Right.
the person catching it should get to say Lindsay Collins, and then that's the only person that can tackle them. Just run it straight challenge almost.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it did at the time. It was leaked by the NRL mole, and then the NRL were quick to backtrack and say, nah, it's all bullshit. It's
That's
just
a huge bitch.
it's just jokes, and it's not actually real, and it's not actually happening. So will we see some more kickoff rules coming before the season starts?
No, I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Maybe not.
But so also in the NRL news, Josh Adokar, who had a falling out with the Bulldogs, being dropped by them. It sounds like he's picked off a contract at the Eels.
Whoa, cool.
The
Good for
slippery
him.
Eels picked him up after dropping Mike Acevo, and they've also lost Clint Gutherson. Actually signed with the Dragons.
He did too.
And then also, speaking of disgraced NRL stars, Ezra Mam is currently, he's still in the hot seat for what he got up to. So Ezra is being charged by, he's been charged for drug driving, basically.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that. Whoa.
Because it was almost kind of had the vibe like it was going to get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
But no. But also, so the Broncos have said that they're sending him to rehab, right?
Right, yeah.
Which is basically them saying, we're going to let him stay.
Yeah.
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 Which, I mean, not a surprise. Definitely saw it coming. Ezra. Ezra, he's hot. He's super hot. Broncos won't want to let him go.
No, he's
but
young.
They
You
should
got to give him a chance.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty hot.
I want to know
out.
what they should
Is
be
it?
really clear about where the cutoff is. Like, if you just get caught doing it, you get the rehab.
Damn,
If
so-
you hit another person in your car,
Give him a
something
chance
about
to make
Ezra,
up for
man.
himself.
Oh, totally.
3 strikes and you're out or something.
Say 5 Hail Marys and you're sweet. I mean, the guy was blasted on coke, driving full speed into a family's car and sent the mum and daughter to hospital.
Okay, I didn't realize it was that bad.
But I think just a public apology, and just like maybe buy them a PS5, and I think all is forgiven.
I suppose it is something that we'll touch on later in the show. If you're gonna,
Maybe
do
they
that
could-
amount of drugs, don't drive your car.
Well, that's what I was going to
Especially
say.
don't drive your big Ford Ranger.
Maybe they could just buy him an e-bike.
Yeah,
And that could be his sort of treatment
the only
plan.
person he's going to do damage to is himself or an old lady.
Yeah.
If he crashed into
All
one,
I'm
that would be
saying
pretty
is, you're on what, 600, 700k a year. Get an
Yeah.
Uber, brother.
Yeah, fair
live like
enough.
the rest of us.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the NRL news for this week. Hopefully, we'll get some more scandals for you next week.
Yay! Yo. Of sport.
It's the world of sport.
Leading the world of sport this week was the big event that everybody was looking forward to, or just kind of waiting for something to happen in. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Well,
Tyson. Was it rigged?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I think that even if it wasn't rigged, I mean, how is it not a foregone conclusion if a guy's 58?
I'll tell you who was rigged. Mike Tyson's ass.
Yeah, it looked great. Took me back to a moment I saw recently in the gym locker room. I didn't know jock straps. Were still a thing, but they clearly are. A lot of people going, "Oh, Mike's rocking a G-string." There was no string down that ass crack. That was a jock strap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like there was the cupping under the cheeks, and then there was something that was connected on the front. I reckon.
Me personally, I'm too scared of chafe. So I rock double. I would rock double jocks,
double cups,
double jockeys. Yeah,
it was pretty cool. He's almost saying, "I'm going to kill him," kissing his son on the cheek, and then turning to show his bare ass was definitely a power play.
Fuck yeah!
Probably the toughest moment of his night because boy oh boy did he look old in the ring.
It was. I'm surprised they let people bet on that. It was that kind of bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like the bookies love it. Because everyone hates Jake Paul. And they want to see him get knocked out, so they'll fucking load up on the opponent.
Yeah.
It never happens because it's all bullshit. If you look at there was like training videos of Mike Tyson fucking destroying his trainer pre-match, and you're like, Jesus, Jake Paul's going to get knocked the fuck out.
Wait.
And then when you watch the fight,
he
looked like
he couldn't walk.
He looked like a crippled old man.
There was a couple of shots of him looking okay in training, but a lot of it he looked super slow.
I'll show you. I'll send you a fucking clip.
I've seen it, but there was
sped that footage up, Tav.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see the open warm-ups, the open like workouts? It was just like
but that's the thing.
It's just a guy just lumbering a 58-year-old man as you think he should.
It's all part of the show, baby. It's all part of the show.
I don't know if it was rigged. I just think that like it was Mike Tyson was never going to be able to.
I mean, look at this. Boom, boom. He wasn't fucking doing any of that shit in the fight. I'm just showing Ra a video of Tyson.
I've seen this shit, but like
definitely sped up.
Yeah, and all of those edited. He could do that once every 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he did like 30 minutes worth of punch combinations. He did do that in the fight. He just did it once around and he missed.
If the first 10 seconds of every round he'd come out with a bit of energy.
I guess I just don't want to admit that Jake Paul has any skill in boxing, but you know, kudos to him. He's a marketing wizard because basically he gets these huge fucking pay-per-view nights, even though it was free.
150 million people watched it or some shit, eh?
And basically he stacks the cards up with fighters that he manages. Yeah. And so he's getting fucking millions of people to watch his fighters.
Yeah.
It's genius. And then because again everyone wants to see him fucking get knocked out. Yeah. People are going to watch and they're going to see his fighters. They're going to see his fucking stupid deodorant spray that he wants everyone to wear.
It would be awesome if Canelo fought him. I would love that too.
Someone with
Canelo Alvarez is like the best boxer in the world pretty much of this generation.
It's not going to happen. He's not going to accept any fights with anyone who's good.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be awesome if he did and he just got knocked out. Like, I mean, I could see him taking an L on knowing he's going to take an L.
Tommy Fury beat him, right?
Yeah, he did.
It's probably the hardest fight he's actually had.
Yeah, it's a proper boxer.
And Tommy Fury isn't like, you know...
No, he's not
great. He's not
like
amazing. But yeah, if we could get some more fights like that, Jake, that'd be great, but it's not going to happen. He's literally just going to find people who have retired and just offer them a bag and say,
absolutely,
let me win.
He should fight Big John's son. That's what I'd watch that.
The Bosch guy.
Influencer battle,
So what's Big John's son about?
He's a boxer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good?
You know, he'd be good against him.
Right, okay. But yeah, it was a pretty amazing broadcast, wasn't it? Really high quality. Did you get a bit of buffering on your side or on Netflix?
Heaps. Yeah,
I got quite a bit of buffering.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Cedric the Entertainer making up half of his stories. That was quite funny.
There was a lot of padding on that panel, eh?
What about that Rosie Perez or whatever? You know, the chick who was in White Men Can't Jump as the
That's
partner?
what I always think about,
I don't know about...
serious?
Yeah.
He's lost all the money? Fuck,
I don't know about this Jake Paul.
Yeah. It was pretty funny hearing also
Tyson
Roy Jones just
slow.
like having kind of like CTE moment after CTE moment was saying, he keeps playing with his mouth guard, and the other commentator saying, he bites his glove, he's always bit his glove, and then it was like they were having an argument the entire fight. It's like, who gives a fuck? Just settle it, move on. He keeps playing with his mouth guard. No, he's always bit his thing.
The middle rounds were just a blur because it's the same conversation over and over again.
And the same thing happening in the ring. Barely fucking
was
anything
there some
happening.
rule as well that I was reading about that apparently Tyson wasn't allowed to knock Jake out for the first 3 rounds or something like that?
I don't know.
That they agreed to at the start.
I couldn't confirm that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
There's always some
I feel
fucking
like
weird
the
rules.
agreement might have been the other way around because I honestly think
Jake
Tyson could have fucking been knocked out
Yeah,
easily.
Jake could have done him, and it was pretty sad to watch.
Time withers us all.
But
ladies and
geez, that
gentlemen.
earlier fight was fucking amazing. Both fights.
Yeah, the middle two. The first one was
guy.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
What's that chick's name?
Katie Taylor?
Katie Taylor. Fuck, she's a bitch.
What about how that dude was just like, she's fucking cheating and she keeps headbutting her the whole time. She's got a big, extremely big head. He called her.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah, it's a contentious thing. Happens in boxing a lot. That's why Tyson bit Holyfield's ear off
Because he kept
just
leading with the head,
headbutting him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Rules is rules.
Speaking of contentious, though, I don't like that they've called this like the biggest pay-per-view night because I don't consider that pay-per-view. Like all these people just have a Netflix subscriction and we're like, oh, well, there's nothing else
I think
on.
they're saying, but
no one went out and got Netflix so they could watch the fight.
No, happy coincidence, I suppose. Easy, fuck. But I mean, it was like one of the biggest sporting events, I think, ever, or like broadcasted, like whether you paid or not. I think, it's fucking mental that we live in this age.
I'm all for it. Bring on some more Netflix sporting events.
Totally.
Yeah,
the coverage was
just
beautiful.
Make them good as well. Like fuck, I just can't help but feel, even though I'm already paying for it, I couldn't help but feel robbed by the end of it because it was just like, this is just fucking hard to watch.
I was in an absolute state, very hungover, so it was the perfect thing for me to just wither the 6 hours away watching it. But yeah, no, it was a waste of my time.
The promos for their shows, like in between stuff, was hilarious.
Yeah, that was good.
Speaking of old men fighting, John Jones is fighting today.
Oh yeah,
right?
he is. So whatever happens in that, probably John Jones is gonna. Well, he's going to whack Stipe out pretty hard.
Yeah, I saw their face off, and John Jones like they were, John Jones went up to him, and then he as they're posing, he's like, "Keep my kid's name out of your mouth." And the guy was like, "I never said anything about your kids." And then John Jones walked off.
Yeah, he shook his hand. He went to shake his hand. Stipe did, and he was like, "Yeah." Stipe is just a fool. Like, doesn't pay any attention to any.
He's chill. He's chill as
He's
fuck.
super
he
chill.
just doesn't care. And John Jones is like trying to start some. Maybe he was like winking at him, like, "Keep my kid's name out of your."
He should have done the old. You stood on my toe.
Well, to the audience, whatever happens in that fight, obviously, I think John Jones is going to win. But feel free to call me out in the comments on the socials.
Please
if I'm
do.
wrong. Yeah.
So I was going to say this week in sport as well.
Yeah.
LeBron James had 3 triple doubles in a row.
Wow, I know, incredible,
fucking insane. Dude's on year 21 in his career.
Yeah.
He's what, 38 or something?
40. Is he 40 now?
He might be 40.
He might be 40 now.
Because he came into the league at 18 years old, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, insane. Triple doubles, anyone who doesn't know, it basically means you've got 3 stats in double figures. So he had double, 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds sort of thing.
And anyone else who doesn't know some of the other rules, in basketball you have to bounce it on the ground.
You have to bounce a bloody
before
ball.
you go to the hoop and put it through the hoop, and that's how you score points.
Yeah, and Bugs Bunny is the man at basketball. But yeah, LeBron James, the man just doesn't seem to age. Maybe he could fight Jake Paul next.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that. He's 39, sorry. Almost
39.
Almost 40.
Almost 40. He's pushing it.
Just after Christmas.
He's pushing it, that old son of a bitch.
Wonder what he'll do for his 40th. Yardie?
Space Jam 3.
Space Jam 3?
So, also, this year is the first year that Bronny James, LeBron's son, is playing in the NBA. Played 1 game, came off the bench, played 1 legit game. I think he might have scored 2 points. And then ever since then, he's been bumped to the G League, which is basically like the reserve league of the NBA. But not only that, he said he refuses to travel.
Whoa.
So he's only playing home games in LA and will not travel with the G League team.
Whoa.
And so is he
rude.
Is he the Nepo baby god, do you think? As far as Nepo babies
I've never heard
go,
of a sports Nepo baby that hectic before.
I
no
think,
way.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's been pretty stink techie, but I think his dad probably puts the pressure on him. But
That's a huge
he's also a huge bitch.
I mean, there's definitely someone who has missed out on a roster spot in a team because this guy's LeBron's son, so fuck him.
He was a weak-gutted dog as a kid.
Someone else is getting an opportunity to play a lot of away games. So
that's very true. That's very true, Ben.
That's
nice
true.
way to put it. Yeah.
He's thinking of his carbon footprint. You know? He refuses to travel.
He saw what happened to Kobe. He's scared to get anywhere near any aircraft.
Whoa.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Also, if you just heard that is the resident peacock in the background.
He's probably spotted an intruder, so we'll go investigate that shortly. But
we'll be back.
Catch me on Facebook Marketplace, selling boomers fake goods without a trace. Cause we're scamming. I hope you like scamming too.
Oh yeah.
Scamming. Hope you like scamming too.
Nice. Whoa.
Beautiful.
Welcome to Scam Chat. This week we're talking about a scam which involves a man pretending to be a police officer and making people give them money? Give him money to like what? What for?
Well,
pretend to buy drugs or something?
Oh, who knows?
So why are these people getting this fucking money out? Because they did it.
There's some people coming from overseas, calling people up here, being like, "Hey, we're the cops. We're doing a sting. We need you to get us some cash out so we can use it in a drug sting. Then we'll give it back to you."
Man, we are. That is a real high tier example of how gullible and naive we are as a people, man.
Just a PSA to everyone.
Because there's those stats about like who's the most trusting and like and it's like Kiwis. They're like hobbits. They live down there and they're just like, oh yeah, okay. Do you want me to fucking take my car and put it off a fucking cliff or something? Yeah, sweet as.
Well, it's
gonna help the economy.
All
right.
We're in the top 10 of happiest countries too.
Yeah.
And happiness and trust go hand in hand. But
blissful ignorance.
It's a double-edged sword. That's true.
Yeah.
So these guys were they couriers? Were they actually like they worked as couriers? But
no, just cash courier is in the title because I think they're trying to get you to get the cash out and pretend to give it to people.
Right. I get it. Yeah,
but yes, everyone watching, the cops actually have their own money. Funnily enough, so you don't need to get money out for them. They can do that themselves.
Like, and what you just think? So you're like, sure, officer. Salute. I'll
How
do
much
my
you
duty.
need? 50K?
Yeah. Should be right. I'll move some stuff around. Should have it for you tomorrow.
Also, do I detect a bit of an accent there, mate?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm sure all they would have to do would be go around door knocking in South Island communities and say, we need some money to help stop this hikoi. And they'll be like, here's everything I got. Stop them.
Yeah.
They're going to reach us soon, I swear. They're going to hikoi over the Inter-Islander.
Speaking of hikois, Tav, that brings us into another scam we've seen this week. A lot of people playing both angles here, it seems. Maybe it's the same guys. We don't know.
Yeah.
There's a Facebook group set up saying, hey, if you want to see the live stream of the hikoi, send us some koha and we'll give you the link.
This is fucked up.
And it's just a completely bullshit.
So the Facebook page is called Hikoi Mo Te Tiriti. And it's, the post basically says, no mo haere mai, everything you need to know about the upcoming Tahitanga activation and the hikoi. Stream details here. You can watch the live stream and keep updates by clicking this link and sending us koha. So yeah, it looks like any opportunity to clip the ticket these scammers will take. Ben, one question I've got for you is, how long did it take you to set up the Facebook page?
That's a good question.
And which account's it going into? The podcast account? Because I won't buy any new equipment with money that was swindled out of hikoi supporters.
It's going
unless
into
they
the
want it.
Patreon.
Unless they want us to use it for a new podcast equipment.
And the next step actually is we've set up a muscle fritter food truck, which is following the hikoi around.
Jesus.
And you're thinking that's not a scam.
That's not a scam.
Well, it is a scam because it's actually surimi.
Oh my goodness!
Do not come.
It's like printing money, sending that muscle fritter around the country. Good on you, Ben. You've been cooking that bit up for a couple of weeks now, and I'm glad it made it to air. The muscle fritter van chasing the hikoi along.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, Whānau, we haven't done that. No, we're in full support and serious support of the hikoi, and Ben isn't trying to swindle money out of
We're just trying to
supporters.
fuel them with the muscle fritters.
Totally.
We know they like them.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I another version of, another week of scams. We're just so easy to scam down here, aren't we?
Yeah, and people are coming up with new ways to do it. That is one number 8 wire mentality thing we do have down here. We're easily scammed, but we're also pretty creative with coming up with the scams.
We are.
Yeah, maybe we should come up with a scam and just not actually take the money. When we get to that point, we'll say, stop, this is an undercover investigation. And you've been scammed, but here's your money back.
Well, I've sort of been running one on you guys. I've got a bit of a bot farm that's responsible for half of our views.
Beautiful. If you could double that
I'm working
because
on
it's
it.
at what
Damn.
100, I think. So they're not doing a very good job.
I've just found
Yeah, I might have been ripped off.
I've just found a third scam here. This is more just people getting to Auckland and not realizing how shit works. But
I'm gonna come.
a woman from Central Otago, 68-year-old woman, is complaining that she got charged $160 for a taxi
Oh, I saw that.
for a trip from Roskilde to Eden Park by Crown Cabs. Yeah.
Again,
So
this is Coldplay.
$17
affecting
per
us.
kilometre. This was to the Coldplay concert. Yeah.
First of all, what are you doing catching a cab? No one catches cabs anymore.
Look, she's
because
68. She's
Yeah, that's
she's
true.
living in her time.
She couldn't find the number for Uber.
Whether or not it's yeah, exactly. Whether you should or shouldn't use cabs, they're going to be a bit more expensive, but like
They shouldn't be that much more expensive.
totally, it is crazy how they hike the prices up when there's a big event on.
Oh, even just getting
For that much
from
money,
the airport.
yeah,
forget Crown cabs. For that much money, you could rent a Crown forklift and drive there
totally.
yourself.
Oh,
You
yeah,
should be
dog.
able to. Yeah, it'd take a while, but that'd be good fun way to do it.
They're a bit, they're skeezy people. Like even just the other night after I was leaving Kingsland after we had some goodbye drinks for a workmate.
Yes, shout out.
I walked past about 5 different cabs who were obviously there just for Coldplay
Yes.
punters.
Yes,
And they were all like, "Right, mate, where you going to? Where you going to?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
yeah.
And one of them just kept following me, going like 5 or 10 Ks just along while I was walking. And I was like, no, honestly. And he's like, no, honestly, bro, I'll give you a ride. Where do you want to go? Just pushing. You know, and then eventually I just had to say, look, mate, flashed a fake badge at him and said, I'm undercover right now.
Yeah, give me 20 grand or fuck
You
off.
need to back off,
Yeah,
dog.
Nice,
And then I jumped on a Lime scooter and scooted the fuck home.
good
Yeah.
man.
Ra has a similar way of dealing with them where he just throws up over himself and then they stop asking.
Did it on Friday night. Worked a treat. Yeah. And then I said, "Do you want me to get in?" And I got in. And he's like, "Get out!" And I'm like, "No, take me home then, cunt." I'm covered in spew.
What's next though is like, because most of us, we either grabbing an Uber or we just want a Lime scooter because let's face it, it's a lot more fun.
Oh, Lime scooter
when
rules.
when you're a little bit sourced as well. It makes for an awesome ride home.
It does.
They're going to just be sitting at those scooter pickup zones just with a bunch of scooters ready for you. Just going, do you want to ride, mate? Do you want to just jump on?
Yeah,
just jump on
yeah.
here.
You have to get on the back
It's going to
one.
cost you 10 grand.
Jeez.
And I know
yeah.
you're wasted, so
I've
I'm going
seen-
to take advantage.
I've seen those cab drivers get out, hire the scooters, just go around in circles until the battery dies and then get back in their cab. Like
Damn.
That
suckers.
is very
That makes
nefarious.
sense. That makes sense.
Far out.
Yeah, I don't know the last time you've caught a taxi from the airport because they make it impossible or very difficult to catch an Uber from the airports.
That's
which,
not- yeah.
well, you've got to walk to the pickup zone. If it's in a place like Wellington Airport, every time I go there and I try to find the Uber zone, it's a fucking minefield.
Yep.
I just don't know where I'm going.
Okay.
And the taxis will just like go undercover as Uber drivers in those Uber zones, and you jump in, and then they pull the little cloth down covering the
Joke's on you, Wellington.
Jokes-
Combined, bitch.
jokes
It's gonna
on
cost
you.
$80.
your fee has started. Now let's fucking go. Lock
yeah,
the
yeah,
doors. I'm taking you to fucking
Flagful,
Haka Tate.
$70.
$10.
$100
Per
to Haka
kilometre.
Tate.
Yeah, fuck that. Bastards. Well, that's been another week of Scam Chat.
Of news.
News
It's
this
the
time.
world of news.
Whoa.
It's the world of news.
That's right. Coming to you live from West Auckland. So this week, there's been a lot of news happening. There's been a lot of shit going down.
Yes.
One of the main things that's kind of perked my interest is that the gang patch ban is coming to into effect
Yes.
later this month. I wanted to ask you fellas, how do you think the cops will go, and how do you think the gangs will pivot so that they can keep their patches?
No comment, officer. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. You had you found like an infographic, Tav, basically about how the rules work, right?
Did I?
I think you were talking about it at
Oh,
work the
yeah,
other
I
day. Like
did,
there was a
I
guide,
did.
right?
It
So
was-
like, what were the things you learnt from that? Because obviously I'm a bit foggy on how they'll police it. It does feel a bit buzzy to think that they can just make people take their clothes off and stuff.
It was on Instagram. It was basically like an animated, quite cutesy little carousel that NZ Police had posted, and it's like the gang patch rule is coming to effect later the month. Here's the rules around
Yeah,
it.
I like to think like I enjoy the idea that gang members are going on the police's Instagram to be like, just going to learn the rules.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's the case.
Can I wear my patch inside my own house. Yes, of course you can.
Yes, you can.
In
Apparently,
your
according to
house,
the cops.
it's up to you. If you would like to wear your patch, then you have every right to do so.
What if I go live on Anu now?
Yeah, I think that's all good too.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Live on Anu now is all good.
So-
How about this theoretical scenario that definitely doesn't apply to me? Say if I'm down at the park flashing and the only clothes I brought with me have gang patches on them, are the cops going to tell me to put my clothes on
They're
or
going
take
to
my
arrest
clothes
you
off?
for flashing regardless. I
Yeah.
think that the greater crime will be punished for you exposing yourself in a park where potentially there were children.
Well,
But-
I'd like to speak to a lawyer, get a second opinion about that. But that's
Okay.
interesting
Ben,
to know.
Interesting enough,
Stay
though.
inside for the rest of the week. You could get in big trouble.
Interesting enough, though, if you are swimming recreationally,
Okay.
either at the beach or
Yeah.
at a public pools, and you're worried about getting sunburned, you're allowed to wear the patch.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
So you're allowed to be, as long as you are in fact swimming in the patch, not just getting a tan on.
How are these cops going to police guys who've got it tattooed on them?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be bringing in more trained lifeguards.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
wait,
they've
no,
got
the
a team,
tat- oh, the
they've got a
tattoos.
team of makeup artists
Yeah.
Yeah.
that travel with them that
No,
can
if you're
do
swimming at the
touch-ups and
pool,
cover-ups.
yeah, if you're swimming at the pool and you've got your patch tattooed on your back,
Yeah.
a permanent marker, the permanent patch, how will the police police that?
So again, they've thought of it.
yeah.
They're going to be handing out free rash shirts.
Oh, rashies.
to
that
be
makes
to
sense.
be
Oh.
worn to cover up the patch.
Right.
But if you would like to wear your actual patch over, like I said, as long as you're swimming,
Yes.
that's also fine. If you are, again, on the graphic, it also said, let's say I want to walk to the shops and buy a bottle of milk. Am I allowed to wear my gang patch? No, you're not.
Yes.
Unfortunately, sorry. You are going to have to ditch the patch.
And does that only
fuck.
apply to milk, or is that any product?
Any product, Ben,
Okay.
I think.
Gee whiz.
Even if you just want to, even if you just want a wee scratchy, I think it's going to be a big mish for the cops to. I guess they're going to confiscate all the patches. I can tell you this much though: those counterfeit mongrel mob patch producers over on AliExpress not going to be happy.
No way.
One of
No.
their top sellers.
It would be a big
Although
seller.
their wetsuit division's going to absolutely pop off.
Yeah,
But yeah.
totally.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing how this comes out. I'm sure there'll be a lot of articles once it comes into play because I think that people might be a bit more proudly displaying them, maybe.
Will we see a hikoi from the gang members? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
Speaking
they
of
will hikoi for this.
Well, speaking of hikoi, we're going to be organising another one to start after Andrew Tate's comments.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Tate, what was his name? OG? Cancelled. Number one.
Top G.
Top G.
More like bottom G after the tweet he made this week.
Yeah, the big bald bastard loves his cigars, loves trafficking sex workers, and has now come for the haka. He's called it gay on X, formerly known as Twitter, and basically made fun of the Māori culture for only having the haka to fight against guns, and implied that they all got killed by colonizers in the
Clearly
1800s.
doesn't know about the musket wars and everything.
Clearly doesn't have much knowledge of Aotearoa's history. The haka was very effective. And so was Taiaha too. And trench warfare. He didn't make much mention of trench warfare in there, but alas.
I've actually sent him a copy of Utu on DVD to sort of give him a little
I
explainer.
sent him an old video of the New Zealand Wars. Hopefully he's got a video player. But yeah, just flat out like to say fuck Andrew Tate and his comments. We do not stand by them. Although I mean, if you mean by gay you mean cool.
Shut up, bitch!
The haka is pretty gay.
Yeah, it's pretty gay, pretty mean,
Pretty gay mean.
So his quote is, "The haka is gay. Sorry, New Zealand. All that screaming and dancing just to get owned by gunpowder. Wakata rakata, riha riha. Boom, dead."
Thing is,
Yeah.
he'd doing a lot of screaming and shouting, and he'd get owned by a gun as well.
Exactly.
I saw comedian Corey Gonzalez McCure said, you wouldn't have the balls to say that to a Māori guy. And he'd zoomed in on a picture of Andrew Tate in a Speedo, and the Speedo
Not
clearly
much.
showed he had not
balls.
much testicles.
No balls down there.
which is a little bit of a jibe from Corey. Shout out to Corey.
Yeah.
No nut, Andrew.
Yeah.
I guess his balls might have shrunk from all the steroids.
Cold
maybe.
water.
And cold water too.
Yeah, maybe it's a cold day.
True. But yeah, the haka, obviously was performed in Parliament this week. A moving moment when, is it Hana Rafiti? Tore up the bill. I'm in full support of this. I think that the haka in Parliament was cool. A lot of people saying why you can't do that. Jerry Brownlee rolled his eyes.
I like the Rage Against the Machine remix.
Oh, you've seen it? I haven't seen the Rage Against the Machine remix, but I was thinking, there was that post that said, you're in support of the haka for the sports and like celebration and like weddings and stuff. But then when you said in Parliament, what? No, stop doing that. You can't do that.
This is not dial a haka.
This is not dial a haka. But I did think, well, when is a haka inappropriate? And I thought one moment that, maybe you don't do it is like you get done for drink driving or something and you're in the dock getting sentenced, like, you're losing your license for 18 months, mate. and you do it. Come on. It's like, no, inappropriate.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the moment to do it.
Just like being given a ticket for like running an orange light that was a little bit late. And then as the cop's writing you up, you get out and start doing it. Is that inappropriate, do you think?
Yeah, I think that is.
I don't want to comment on the appropriateness of doing it in Parliament because, I've never worked in there. But, I'm sure other people's workplaces, they'd have opinions about when is appropriate to do the haka and when isn't.
Okay.
Say if I'm going through drive-through and they hand me the food and they do a haka, that's going to hold up the line.
Yeah, you're all about so you don't like Māori customs making your day take longer, is what?
No, just mainly the Macca's drive-through.
But what if you were doing one in appreciation or to challenge the fact that they hadn't put the amount of food in that?
Actually, that seems appropriate.
Yeah, because you've gotten so angry that they've forgotten your dipping sauce or your nuggets or your chips at some stage that I would think that if you were inclined and you were confident enough, you probably would do a haka in the drive-thru.
Actually, yeah.
To say, give me the fucking nuggets, you piece of shit.
When it's like 1 a.m. and you've asked if they'll do you a McFlurry, which seems like the perfect time to get a McFlurry, and then they're like, well, actually, the machine's down because we're cleaning it.
Yeah.
What about the taxi drivers just driven you from the airport to your house and charged you $300?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe a haka could get him to drop the fare a little bit?
Could do, if you do it for long enough.
Fucking brisk hikoi out the fuck out of there before paying would be the way to go.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that a haka could be well placed and a good challenge or whittle.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just was trying to think of places it couldn't be done. But yeah, there's a time and a place.
The thing is, here's the real answer here is that we don't know.
We don't know.
And it's not until you push the boundaries that you find out. So
totally.
Give it a go.
Give it a go. Yeah. I thought the Parliament one was mean. I think just seeing Jerry Brownlee's reaction was hilarious. Do
you ever feel bad for him though, because he's like the guy who he's like the principal of all those kids, and he's like, oh fuck, and now Seymour's bloody spilled his popcorn all through the back of those seats. Can we get old mate in here to...
I'm gonna be honest, I don't have much pity for Jerry Brownlee in any setting. He's so fat. He's a big boy. He needs to lose some fucking weight, man.
I can't stop eating.
Yeah,
I don't know.
big boy.
I don't know how he's Speaker of the House or how you even.
It's the job for the fat guy who can't fucking move.
It's true.
I don't even really understand what they do, to be
Send
honest.
the boys down and give them a fucking good eye.
But he probably gets paid $1.8 million a year.
I'd say it's between 500 and.
So in that same setting. Whoa, shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, as a taxpayer, I'm not complaining because I feel like everything they do in there is just a waste of our time. So I'm not going to single that out and say
Totally.
Amen, brother. So basically, after this haka went down, after this haka went down, Shane Jones questioned their actions, and he said that Hana Rafiti needs to be put in jail for walking up to ACT Party leader David Seymour and performing a haka during the debate in the Parliament.
Yeah, they said that was inappropriate, and that's the kind of thing that they threw them in the dungeons for or something. You said back in the day.
But then Māori Party co-leader Rawiri Waititi hit back about Jones' past behaviour and saying maybe he should consider his own questionable conduct while on official government business before criticising others.
He basically, sorry, go
ahead. So when you're using our Crown purchases to watch pornos, maybe that's also another reason to go to prison. Referring to Jones having used his ministerial credit card to pay for pornographic films while staying at hotels in 2007 and
couldn't get it on your phone back then.
No, you couldn't get it on your phone back then.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Couldn't you have? not actually.
I mean,
It was right on
I don't
the
want to
edge.
see a timeline breakdown of when porn was available on phones regularly, but it was, but maybe a bit early. But my favourite part about that is just
That was actually back when NZ first were introducing a bill to change the whole treaty thing as well.
So
So
the
maybe there's
timelines.
some link there.
Yeah, but I just thought it was amazing work from YTT to bring something up that's almost 20 years old.
Yeah, bro.
Like, damn, I can't live this down. It's like, yeah, bro, if you're going to stay in Parliament, the porno thing is going to keep getting brought up every time you say some shit.
We'll keep bringing it up. So, so it sounds like the Herald interviewed YTT after all of this, and he was then quoted to say he can go and have a shit. To be honest, and Winston Peters. Put that in your article. And they did.
Yeah,
so
fucking A.
kudos to you, Rawiri, and kudos to you, NZ
Herald
That's
Herald,
good
reporter.
journalism. That's
putting
good
it in.
journalism.
Totally. He asked for it to be put in, and you did it. Nice. But yeah. Brilliant moment. A good week in Parliament, really.
I've learned so many new politicians' names this week because I have not been paying attention for the last 8 years or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's been a good week for Ben to get up to speed. Me neither. COVID really washed my brain of any political interest, unfortunately, and now I'm smooth-brained
Hell yeah.
idiot who just watches like videos of deep sea fish on Facebook
We
and
love
stuff.
those things.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of deep sea fish, a big oarfish washed up on a California beach. Apparently, they reckon it's the end of the world, the end times when these fish are found.
Yes.
These fish only live down in the depths of the trenches where light cannot.
The mesopelagic zone.
The mesopelagic zone. Thank you, Ben. Now, what's significant about this area?
So apparently, when these fish, because they come up from so deep, when they emerge, in the shallows, apparently there's going to be an earthquake or a tsunami. So in January, an oarfish was caught, and then shortly after, an earthquake killed at least 12 people in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Shit.
So this is bad.
Bad juju.
Bad juju.
Bad juju.
When one of these comes up to say hello.
Totally. They're bloody ugly, aren't they, as well?
They're nasty as. But you know what? I heard they taste mean if you cook them up right.
Speaking of stuff that tastes mean, a lady down south, I think it was down south, she's been fined for getting way more than the legal limit of cockles down the beach.
Too many cockles.
You're only allowed to collect 100 cockles off the beach if you're by yourself. That's your personal limit. She had over 1,000 cockles she collected.
Yeah. I saw that her last name was Phelps too, so I'm thinking she's just belongs in the water.
She was a Thai lady. It was she said that she just got carried away. She kind of just got lost in the cockle. But funnily enough, she only had one pippy.
Wow.
So she was under the...
So she respected the quota for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she probably just couldn't find any more
What is
pippies.
a cockle? It's just like a scallop almost, right? Or it's like a little muscle
No,
thing.
scallops are quite different again. I think they're more like pippies.
Oh,
Yeah, a little
right.
bit like pippies, yeah. But yeah, hey, just remember out there, whānau, if you're gonna break the laws, the fishery laws, you are gonna get caught and you're gonna get fined. So respect the quotas, all right?
Yeah, she got hit with a $1,200 one, but she got to keep all the cockles.
Far out. What about that guy who scammed everyone out of $300,000? Is he gonna get to keep the money?
No, but he gets to keep the police uniform.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Beautiful. Oh, well, that's been the world of news, I think, has it?
Yeah, that's us. Beautiful.
Yeah, big week in news.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the
Oh,
Chip
shit.
and Chase. Ben will be blindfolded and given a single chip. He must determine the flavor, type of chip, and lastly, the brand. Good luck, Ben. We're rooting for you, mate.
I'm rooting
Winston
for me.
Peters saying, shove it up your ass, raw.
Oh.
Over to you, Tab.
Thanks, Winston.
That's Winston Peters.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chip and Chase.
That's Winston Peters saying, Shane Jones, tell us which porno it was.
Tell us which porno it was, Shane. You bastard.
All right, you bastards. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Chip and Chase. So the current standings is Ra's got 1, Ben's got 0. So I've bought 2 types of chip today. And
As long as it's not the old bag of chips that we opened 3 weeks
We're using the same chips for 6 months. We have to until we finish the bag. One thing I'd just like to touch on from the last segment is, geez, not much I'd like to imagine less than Shane Jones wanking. What about you guys?
you know.
Well, Ben would like to see Shane Jones wanking. Me personally, no thanks.
It's given me, like, you remember the hotel scenes in Borat? It's kind of giving me those
Yeah,
vibes.
true. The manager, he's a bit like he's got the same body shape as the manager.
I wouldn't like to see anyone wanking, to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now
Yeah, true.
I've got this bag here for the chip and chase today. Do you think?
Okay, yeah.
You think that's all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think he shouldn't be able to whinge about that.
All right, Ben. Oh, actually, Ro, I'll get you to hand him a chip. And please, I'm going to take these
Can
home
I have one
later
on the
and
way?
eat them.
Can I have one on the way?
Okay.
I wouldn't mind having one myself.
If you wouldn't mind just not commenting on how it tastes
maybe I'll have a few.
or the quality of it, give him a chip. Ben is blindfolded. Ben?
I had too many coffees this morning.
Take that as you will, Whānau. You had too many coffees.
Is this going to affect Ben's palate this morning? All right, Ben, now take your time on that one. You're going to have to try and give me the brand of chip and the flavour, please, when you're ready.
That's salt and vinegar kettles.
Are you locking this in?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, remove the blindfold.
Wait, maybe it's just regular chip, but
Oh, are you locking it in?
yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ben, congratulations.
Nice work, man. That was really good.
Ben has guessed the chip correctly. That brings
Really
us
good.
to one
That was an easy
piece.
It
Yeah, it
was.
was an easy one. I thought I'd give you a lob this week because I felt like you got pretty gypped up with the Doritos XL barbecue one last
Yeah.
week.
Well, you gypped me up equally with the nacho cheese shapes last week.
That's how I try and get you. Depending on how you talk to me throughout the week.
Is it a portmanteau of chip and jip there?
Basically.
Jipped up.
Nice. If you would like to participate in the chip and chase, maybe send me what flavour I should get these guys to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hey, feel free to send in calls and texts to the request line. We still want to have some engagement with our fans on this show.
Speaking
Please don't try preying me with those incredibly spicy chips either. That won't be that good time.
True.
You can do that on Ra's week.
I might just do that. So, speaking of calls from fans, we're actually going to receive a call right now from one of our big fans of the show.
Oh shit!
Let me just try and tee this up. I'll hand him around, and you guys we can take turns talking to him. Christopher, welcome. You're on our podcast. How's your day going? What would you like to say?
Oh, g'day, mate.
Thank you for having me. Today's going pretty well. I've been chilling online, and now I'm doing this lovely podcast.
That's awesome,
Good to
Christopher.
hear he's stoked.
What have you been looking at online? Anything about the Hikois, maybe?
Actually, yeah, I was looking a little bit at them. They're doing so good as a team.
That's true.
It's very true.
Who do you mean by they?
Why don't you go out and have a chat to them?
These people who are doing the Hikoi over the harbour bridge, is this at risk of any danger, potentially the bridge collapsing?
The bridge collapsing? That's a good question. The bridge is very sturdy, and it being built of quality steel and materials.
Oh,
I
that's
really
good.
doubt that the weight of people walking on it would be enough to cause any damage.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hyped. He's had a big week.
Christopher, are you aware of, familiar with which pornographic film Shane Jones watched in that hotel room in 2007? Is that public record?
Wait, what? I cannot say that I am familiar with that. I'm afraid that I might have been too young at that time to know or remember about Shane Jones watching adult films.
You were at least 40, I reckon. Anyway, hey, a lot of people calling you a bit of a wimp leader for not really getting out in front of people. What do you say to those people who say you're a bit of a weak ass?
A wake off? That's a new one. And as for those people who say I'm a bit of a wimp, they can criticise all they like, but that doesn't make them correct.
Wow.
Oh, Lardy, I'm going to pass you over to Ben, one of your best mates, I reckon.
Hey, Chris, brother. Good to see you. Oh, sorry, mate.
He's my best mate. That's for sure.
Thanks.
Go on, hand me off to him then.
Oh, I'm here. Hey, Chris, good to speak to you again. I hope the family's well. I heard through the grapevine about how your extension in the laundry went. You know, these things always take a bit of time and everything, but
Wrap it up.
I think, well, hey, we've got some catching up to do, all right? Anyway, I hope to see you at Christmas.
Oh, yes, I would love to catch up sometime soon. The home improvements always take a little time, especially when the laundry area is involved. Haha.
He's not wrong there. And I just had one other question about how everything was going. Are you still using those razors I bought you for your head, or have you switched to waxing?
No, I still use the razors you bought me. They're still holding up all right. Thanks.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh, no worries, mate. Anyway, I'll pass you back to Tav.
Nice. Wow.
Bye for now, Ben. See you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, we'll see you in a few weeks when he goes down for Christmas. Hey, Christopher, lastly from me, mate, we just wanted to ask you, seriously, do you think that the Heaps On podcast could become tax exempt and you
question.
could write off all of our taxes for us?
That's an interesting proposition, but I've got to say that it wouldn't really be ethical for me to try to get a podcast that's just you three goofing off to qualify as tax exempt. So,
Whoa!
But I cannot do that.
Lost my vote, mate. Fuck off.
Yeah, the dinner table at Christmas just got a little too
Ben
full.
says he'll see you at Christmas. That was Christopher Luxon. That phone call just cost the New Zealand taxpayer $8 million.
I can't believe that he tried to, again, weasel out. Like, it was very accurate, that call to his personality. Weasel out of the Shane Jones question by saying he was too young. We all know he was at least 35, 40 when that happened.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe 30. But yeah,
I
crazy.
wasn't too happy with that response. And to be honest, I think for Christmas, instead of the lovely meal I was going to cook him, we're going to give him some of those butter chicken curries that the kids have to eat now.
Classic. He's at the kids' table. He's relegated.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Well, that was really impressive, Tav.
It was. So was the show. It was a great show today. Really good. Raz suffering with a hangover.
2 days.
I've got an incredibly sore back after installing a subwoofer in my car.
Oh my god.
And Ben's enjoying the last of his few days with his missus gone.
Yeah.
And so
he's missing her terribly.
Yeah, it's been a tricky one, but we got there. And I just wanted to ask if you guys had any apologies for anything that you might have said throughout the show.
Just
Ben?
everything that we've covered tonight, I think, has erred a little bit on the spicy side. We've spoken gang patches, decoys, huckers in Parliament, Shane Jones wanking, scamming old people out of money. I'm sorry for my opinions on all of those things.
Look, I'm going to apologise for anything that we said about the Hikoi as well. We obviously missed the mark there, and you know we're in full support of it. Or I am. We're all
pro
different.
Hikoi. We're
pro
Hikoi
here, Whānau.
It's just good exercise.
It is. Nothing like a good Hikoi. We need to get more people out for a Hikoi. Speaking of people we need a Hikoi, the 1,000-Pound Sisters, they could do with a few Hikois. I've been watching that show.
Great show.
And yeah, apologies for not bringing it up earlier. Great show.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Check it out.
Check it out.
What's
Really
it on?
good. Neon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Plug.
Yep,
Plug
that's a
that
good plug.
shit.
Anyway,
Neon.
yeah, sorry for all our chat, Whānau. Over to Tav.
I hope you had a great week. We'll see you next week.
See you next
Enjoy.
week.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Very
Grab a seat.